We have reached halftime in Tampa. We got ourselves a fucking game, man. 2 touchdowns for Kyle Pitts in this one. Kirk Cousins slinging it like it's 2021. He looks.
You know what a shame is?
Sharp.
Yeah,
what's that?
The real shame is that the trade deadline has come and gone. Because the Falcons could just get rid of Drake London.
Never seen an old ass quarterback from the Falcons.
No, you don't need Drake London. Get rid of him. You got Kyle Pitts, baby.
That's
Pitts. Pitts is not only balling, but he's just finding himself wide open.
He's making himself some money because he is going to get signed next year, and I rightfully so. The guy can play. Like, it's taken a million years, but he can play.
If there's anybody, and I'm talking to you, Giorgio, I don't know if you're going to watch this live because maybe you're at the game. I'm hoping you're at the game. I just saw a sign on the billboard, the big screen behind Bowles, and it said halftime drone show. I would love to know what they're going to. Is it the ones that all light up and it looks like stuff?
Yes. Yeah. It does. They do the routines. Love that shit. Choreographed drone show.
Yeah, Baker feels lucky to have not thrown a pick and to not have taken like 6 sacks at this point. In fact, he did take 2 sacks that were wiped off by holding calls. The refs are all over the place. Drew and me were texting. Drew and I actually were texting. Yeah, for a while it was just like, oh my God, the refs have Tampa Bay or something here. This is egregious the way they're calling it. And then on that drive that Pitts scored the first, they flipped. Like, we're gonna extend this drive like 3 times, and you know what? We don't even want the field goal. We want 7 here. So, I mean, it's still gone mostly against Tampa, or against Atlanta. I feel like, but also, what are you gonna do when your tackle just fucking starts a half second early? You kind of got to call that.
Like, that's the funny thing is that like the refs have been a mix of correctly calling things and then also not feeling like they're calling a neutral game, been kind of a mess.
How about the false start into the delay of game? Nothing better than 3rd and 2 turning into 3rd and 12, guys.
Oh, yikes. Bijan looks like really the Falcons offense just looks sharp as shit. They look like possessed. Like, I don't know if the pre-game speech was you're all playing for your jobs or what, but
if we win, we'll fire the coach, guys.
They're playing so hard, and the first quarter was a mirage. The second quarter feels like the way this game is going to go, which is 6 drives and
5 touchdowns.
Yeah, it should have been. Yeah, shitload of points. I gotta think over here. We're looking at a 20. They're gonna give us a 20. All right, what's happening here? Am I being punked? Is this wrong?
At a third quarter price?
I'm looking at the second half prices. Tampa minus 2.5, 20. Oh, they just locked it. Was that wrong? It's been locked.
I mean, that doesn't even make sense with the pregame line. The pregame line was like 44. So that doesn't make any sense, Drew.
Okay, so that was a palp. They're gonna avoid that.
It was palpable.
That was a palpable.
The whole thing's locked up.
What do you got?
It's locked up on Bookmaker. I'm opening Bovada right now, but Christ, everything is like, hey, let's add a million things to make this load slower.
21 and a half.
We're at 27,
21 and a half is short, man.
I thought 23. Because I feel like what did it close? 44, 44 and a half?
43 and a half, 44.
And we had a good first half for offense. They both there's 400 yards of offense in the first half, guys.
There's been 2 players who have left with injury, Andy. They both play for the defense. And they're CB2 and CB1 for the Falcons and Bucks respectively. So I don't know, man. I don't think these guys, these teams are scoring over 21 and a half. Now over 21 and a half is minus 114. So that was a palp. Somebody fucked up on the total there. 2.5 minus 116 for the Bucks. I kind of would take Falcons if you made me take a side. I kind of think they're going to win this one. 21.5 minus 115 feels like the play. You got a difference of opinion?
Yeah, I'm in.
Would you rather have that or Falcons? Because like it feels like the Falcons are like in our season was lost, but we're gonna spoil the fucking Bucks night kind of mode, right? The Saints can do it. Why can't us?
Why not us? Why not now?
I don't know. Which one's better?
Just the over. There was 400 yards in the first half.
Holy shit. This is not
400 yards usually equates to 24 to 28 points.
All right. I
think we get 24 to 28 points and maybe more if things get wild at the end. I'm going to be very annoyed by field goals, but I'm going to accept them because I'm in serenity now and all that. Falcons 9.8 yards per pass. The Bucks are getting 6.3 yards per pass. That's not terrible. 8.2 yards per play for the Falcons. Yeah, it is Bijan and Pitts, but they don't seem willing to figure out how to stop that. I do have some pregame.
Willing or able.
Pregame Bijan over 4.5 catches. So I need 2 more catches from him. I'll be cheering for that too.
Was one called back by a penalty?
No, he had the one
25 feels shorter than what I saw.
Kirk threw that out where he must have supposed to have been going further towards the sideline. The ball was nowhere close. That's right. Then there was one on the sideline where he one-handed it, but he bobbled it. I was pumped about that.
That's right.
I'm sad.
Well, given the way we've seen some of the catches called, like he had one foot in when his hands initially touched the ball, which was enough to call some touchdowns on Thanksgiving, if I remember correctly. Yeah, must have issued some guidance on.
Hopefully, I don't want to sweat that. Hopefully, he just gets 2 on the first drive. Just throw a couple screen passes, guys.
What is going on this broadcast? Somebody's kissing Andrew Whitworth. Looks like that was non-consensual. We got a lawsuit, brother.
Was that Sharon Moore?
It didn't look like.
I don't know who it was.
Hey, I don't want to get into this. I don't want to get into this because college football is weird. And I don't understand the politics of any of this shit. But what the fuck was going on with the circling the wagons around Sharon Moore today? What the fuck? He clearly was like wildly in the wrong and then made things exponentially worse with his conduct yesterday. Like the Schefter monologue and like some of the UM did him dirty kind of stuff that the let's shift some of the blame to University of Michigan for this. Like I mean, there was pretty clearly one person.
Schefter will say whatever he's paid to say. Schefter's just a shit at this point.
The Schefter commentary took him from like agent mouthpiece to like disgusting entity with if you're going to lower him a couple rungs. That was terrible. I do not want to come to Sharon Moore's aid either. But it is one of those things where it's so weird when you're in that position of power. It's different than just like, hey, me and you have the same job at work and we started dating and we weren't supposed to date because there's a policy, but we're peers. It's so much different when it is a person of power miles above, it's not coach, assistant coach. There's multiple levels in between the two. And I mean, I get it. I worked at places where I managed people, and you have somebody, a subordinate flirts with you. It hits different. I don't know. There's something about that dynamic. It hits different, but you gotta know. It's like, hey, there's also like, I wouldn't mind just not paying for things. I'd love to just walk into the store and steal all the time. It'd be a lot cooler to not pay for my groceries, but you don't do it. Like, you have to understand how fucking a society works, guys. Like, yeah, just because it's there for the taking doesn't mean you should always take it. I don't know. Like,
it's like the Tiger Woods thing. You know,
the Deep Dive podcast will not be the Deep Dive podcast will not be hiring executive assistants for. We will not be hiring executive assistants for our hosts.
I mean,
yes.
I understand where these people are like trying to, but I can't even say it right. But these people are just like, well, it was her too. It's like you have to understand if you're in this position of power, it's not the two to tango thing. You are the one making that decision. You know, that's what I'm saying. Like when you're the manager, you're the person who's in power there, you're the one who's making more of the decision than the person below you. You have to be the one that says, nah, we can't be doing this.
Yeah. They're, if you're in charge of someone's employment, don't fuck them.
Yeah. It's just like,
it's a pretty straightforward rule. Race, not a factor.
That's what I'm saying. Don't steal.
Don't steal shit.
Don't bang the help.
Don't fuck your employees. Yeah. This is not complicated. It's not. It's really not.
Yeah, and I think that's what's getting lost is the whole power dynamic part of it. Because people are just there's multiple people with big followings that are just like, oh, this, basically like, hey, this girl's a slut. Like there's just the slut shaming, and she led him on. It's like, still. I know it's kind of like hey, guess what? You got rear-ended in the road. Your insurance tells you, well, you're a little bit at fault for being on the road. That's kind of how this goes. It's like 90-10. Hey, yeah, she probably isn't blameless, but man, it is.
It does feel like
power like that.
It does feel like a lot of the people with power, Schefter inclusive, are trying to shift some of the blame onto the woman in this case, which is fucking disgusting. Disgusting. And I'm not like out here bleeding heart liberal. I'm just a person with morals. I'm just a moral human. Like, it's hilarious. It's ridiculous.
When I was young,
she got the guy talked about her race. Like people are like, oh, salary increase 55%. It's making 90,000 a year, guys. Like this wasn't a jailbreak. Let's cool our jets a little bit.
You want to hear something fucked up, Drew?
Yeah, go ahead.
When I wasn't like a full ass manager, but I was like the level above the lowest level at a factory when I was like 21.
Sure. And
I started dating a girl that was working there for the summer while she was going to nursing school, who was definitely a subordinate. Technically, like you had to listen to. I wasn't like her boss, but I was a little above her. Ended up marrying her though, so I did her right. That's it. So Sharon either has to marry this woman or it's done.
Well,
we should do HR videos. So I had an idea for an HR video once. I was going to do that for people.
Yeah, I'm very much not a bleeding heart liberal. I did vote for Kamala Harris because Trump is like a full-on fucking psychopath. If you are still supporting Trump at this point, you're going to get what you deserve. I don't know what else to tell you. We're
getting into so many topics.
I don't know what to tell you. It was a vote against Trump. It was not even a vote for Harris. She clearly was a
pretty bad candidate.
She was a terrible candidate. Anyway, the points in the second half hopefully come. These offenses have advantages. People were asking, what am I drinking? This is a wine that I used to be able to get without being tariffed and now cannot. So fuck Trump for that as well. This is
that's a catch. That's a reception.
Hell yeah. Dude,
let's go.
Falcons scoring a touchdown would be sick for an over. This is a Dolcetto d'Alba from Guido Porro, which is an amazing winemaker in the Piedmont region. Oof, super fucking bouquet. A lot of fruit, a lot of richness. This is a rich, full-bodied wine, and has some incredible acidity and balance. Really, really, really well done by Guido Poro.
I do have thoughts on Gaza. If we want to get into this. So I started to take a real big step back from the news. I used to listen to several news podcasts in the morning to like catch me up. I used to follow. Do
you want to get all the way canceled? Because I'll go.
No. So it just like when this whole thing started and people were really getting mad at each other online to start with, I really didn't fully understand the full thing. And I don't know, there's something in our minds as humans and just the way our society works that we feel like, I don't know, maybe it's part of storytelling and books and movies and everything. There's got to be a good guy and a bad guy. And you start digging into what's going on in Gaza. There's clearly no like this side's right and this side's wrong. It's like some of the people from this side are right and some of the people from this side are wrong. And there's a bunch of bad actors and a bunch of innocents that are getting in the way. Like the people who are very black and white on the Gaza issue, it doesn't matter if you're on this side or that side. If you're very black and white, you're wrong. Like, because there's no good guy and bad guy. There isn't.
Sure. I 100% agree with you.
It's just a whole bunch of bad stuff.
The current person in power in Israel, if he loses power, will go to jail because he's a corrupt criminal. He's a criminal and just a corrupt entity. And that individual elected to use the October 7th terrorist attack to wage war on Gaza, which then evolved to a full-on genocide of the Palestinian people, which we should stand against. But because of the political power of people who support Israel's right to exist, which I do, the political power of those people in America, we supplied Israel with weapons of war, which they used to facilitate that genocide. And so we're guilty. And these things are complicated. And it's all because Netanyahu didn't want to leave power. And if you really want to boil it down, that is fundamentally the issue, which is that if you have a fucking piece of shit in charge of your country, they can elect to do terrible things to retain the power that they have. And we can all suffer for it and be divided over it. And I feel like that is largely what is happening.
This is a great point by Mark here. News is digested into TikTok blurbs. I have an incredibly intelligent younger sister who has a great career. She has an advanced degree, and she gets her news from TikTok. And she has said some of the stupidest fucking things I've ever heard out of someone's mouth. She's like, "Oh, I saw it in a TikTok." I'm like, how are you as smart as you are and you believe that is true because you saw it in a TikTok? That's
rough, man. Yeah. That's rough.
It is crazy how many, it's crazy how I just don't have, I don't understand the hate in the heart for other people. Like some people, they're not different depending where you grew up.
Far left. I don't even think this is like that crazy at all. Like I'm not it's any
pretty
way
centrist, honestly.
Yes, this is exceptionally centrist. Like, and that's that is ultimately the right place to be on this, because the fucking people in charge are trying to force people onto either side, when in reality it's pretty straightforward what is happening. In my opinion, this is not far left at all. I'm not saying I'm not an anti-Zionist. Like, that's ridiculous.
Let's get into land acknowledgement.
Israel and the Jewish people have had a very complicated history that goes back more years than I can wrap my head around. And the fact that they are, specifically as a race, defensive when attacked, was used by the political people in charge of Israel to galvanize support for a war that was pretty illegal, in my opinion.
Bringing it down a notch. Do you know what an Alberta Clipper is, Drew? Do you know what an Alberta Clipper is?
It sounds like cold air to me. Not interested.
It is. It is a fast-moving, low-pressure system that dips down into the states near me. That gives it's what they used to call like a bomb cyclone. Oh, you're getting this cold Canadian air that's fucking us up. There's just a really famous quote from Denny Green when he was the Minnesota Vikings coach, and he called it a Calcutta Clipper.
Sure.
Because he didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. R.I.P.
Sure.
Denny.
You want to tackle
we should make this
the God question? No, let's not. We'll save that for Sunday.
Somebody brought up the women playing men's sports, trans people in locker rooms. That is a tough one. That is incredibly tough. I don't know if there's enough nuance in the world to tackle that one. I'm out on that one for now. That one's a lot of good points by both sides, and I don't know what to do. I don't know what a bomb cyclone is either. I brought up Gaza.
I'm not like I could not tell you that I am right of center, but extremely far left of the current Republican Party.
I'm still a registered.
Those are my politics.
I get the emails and stuff. I'm still a registered Republican.
Should we touch this stove here?
No, that's not honest stove. We're not touching that.
Dude, I agree with the Olympic Committee and their decision on trans athletes' right to compete in women's sports. I think the Olympic Committee made the correct decision, and we ride. Yeah.
What was the deal with that boxer? Was she actually born genetically male, or what was it? Remember, she got a lot of shit in the last one.
I think the weightlifter from New Zealand?
No, there was a boxer.
Don't remember.
She was catching a lot of hell.
The Olympic Committee's stance is if you're born with an XY chromosome, you're not competing amongst the women. No, which I agree. Especially like if you go through puberty, like this shouldn't even be a question.
This is what I thought. She had.
If you want to live your life however you identify, I'm all for that. All for it. If you're being discriminated against, that's inhuman. It's reprehensible. If you are being discriminated against for your, the way you identify. But
what if you have blade legs?
Women's sports are 100% compromised if you allow transitioned women to compete after they've gone through male puberty. I can't even believe it that they would even consider it.
Stronger.
Yes, it's not fair. It's not a fair competition. It's absurd. Yes. Anyway, I don't know why there should be so much protectionism over trans rights that they should consider anyone who decides to transition at any age or any stage of puberty. They should be allowed to compete in sports.
The weird part about this is, to me, Drew, is like the fact that this is such a big. They're making this issue the size of like abortion or gun rights in the campaigning and stuff, when literally this is coming up so infrequently. This is not like a pandemic of happenings. And fucking
Mike Evans back.
Mike Evans is not hurt.
Mike Evans is back.
Mike Evans is not injured, man.
That guy broke his collarbone in October?
Yeah.
That guy? Okay.
I always joke that we should power rank religions, but I think it might be time. I think we finally found the podcast to do it. No offense, Mormons, dead last. I watched Under the Kingdom of God. A little mad at you guys. Well, I did know a nice Mormon in college. They were doing their thing and they'd stop over at the house.
I have a problem with organized religion.
Yeah. So faith, great. Believing in a deity, great. Most of that is, hey, we don't have the science to understand this, and that scares the shit out of us, and we need to get through our daily life, and life is scary.
And
Plus,
or we need to create a system that propagates as many children as possible, pyramid scheme style, so that we can have as much influence as possible.
I'm just getting into the basics of like creating religious deities that you worship to try to understand why things are the way they are.
That's fine.
But then once we organized it, it's like, oh, you guys,
there's a lot of
you're molding historical, like,
there's a lot
facts.
of sentiment among organized religion that is like, oh, they've gone to a better place, and it's like, that makes me fucking crazy. You get one fucking ride, and you better make the most of it, and you should make it as enjoyable and positive for the people you spend it with.
Scientology is pretty low on the list, although I respect their crazy. I kind of respect the crazy. Catholics a very popular religion, but boy,
Scientology that's a little bit of religion, a little bit of CIA tactics, a little bit of intelligence.
They were celibate. How does that work? You joined as adults. How does it work? How do you keep your population going if you're celibate?
Oh Christ! Are we really going to get a field goal out of this drive?
Don't worry, we got a 28-point fourth quarter coming up. I grew up Catholic. Catechism. I didn't go to Catholic school. My parents didn't have that kind of money, but I went every Wednesday to fucking CCD, and I confirmed, baptized, all that jazz.
I got to go get some dinner at some point. So after this drive, one way or the other, let's call this fucking Pierce Jr. He is a menace. We did maybe look a little bit past him on D-Roy, and
somebody brought him up in the chat a little bit ago.
I think a world where Baker.
Why would you throw that too high?
Kidding me, Baker? You had him.
That's no way that was big.
He had him.
There's a flag, Drew. There's a flag.
Oh, the guys. You want my opinion
here? I want your opinion on this. Did CIA kill Kennedy that day, or did they plan it ahead? Was it because they did it?
Like they were going to kill him eventually. Was it them that day?
Was it just they saw an opening?
Was it spontaneous?
Was it spontaneous, or did they plan this months in advance?
I think if you were going to do it months in ahead, you don't do it when everybody's watching, right?
That's the catch-22 for the Dallas Cowboys.
It happens in a ballroom where no cameras are running, right?
Yeah.
I think it must have been.
You need to get rid of Jerry Jones if you're the Dallas Cowboys, but the only way to get him into an open top car in a parade is to win a Super Bowl.
Oh Christ. See, this is the problem. There are some of the refs have Bucks tonight, and some of them have Falcons, and we don't know which ones are which because these calls are all fucking over the map. And the head referee literally looks confused, like, wait, why did we call that? What? Who was what?
That was
they're gonna get
nasty
Diablo.
face
They're
mask.
gonna get Diablo for the face mask, please. Why are they even talking about it? It was very clear. They're gonna say offsetting penalties or something. It was clearly
Joe. My favorite thing is I think Joe Rogan is legitimately like very stupid.
Very. Or he's done a lot of brain damage. He started stupid and he did brain damage. I don't know.
What are Burrow's comments?
Oh, where he was very sad about his experience in Cincinnati and he sounded like he was ready to quit football. I'm assuming those are the ones.
It's funny when you say that, all I picture is Baker Mayfield in the trench coat. Do you remember sad Baker Mayfield press conference? That was such a vibe.
Somebody, I think it was Jaeger. Right. I think it was Jaeger in the Discord was like, the Burrow comments makes me think like the break-in it broke him, and I was like, the Wet Bandits. Like, no, come on. Like, I thought he was joking about the Home Alone similarities between Kevin and Joe. It's like the break-in didn't break him. But yeah.
Somebody brought up this makes me think of Dennis you did it backwards and on purpose, but Dennis from 30 Rock when Jack asked him. But then it made me think of when Kenneth says that, I just write in Jesus or I write in God and Jack's like, those are Republican. We count those.
Great touchdown. Great touchdown.
What a good. Who was that? Who's 32?
Devin Culp.
Oh.
Devin
right.
Culp. Devin Culp.
Devin Culp.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is Devin Culp?
I think fullback.
Gotta be. He's huge. He's wide.
82 tight end.
Okay. Fourth tight end.
He's wide fucking open. The Falcons didn't know who he was. Great play.
They
should run more of that. All right. Let's call it, man. See ya.
Hopefully you guys got all your answers for all the hot button topics in your life today.
Glad we solved part of the issues in the Middle East. We'll get to the rest of it on
and let's get 17 to 21 more points.
I love that. Let's do it.
See you guys.